Well, some really good things tonight, I thought, from our team, and a lot of things we can build on, and also obviously some room for improvement. I was very pleased with our play in the first half, except for the first 4 minutes. You know, you take the first 4 minutes before the media timeout, where I think we turned it over all 5 times we had the ball. But from that point on in the first half, I thought we played very, very well and moved the ball. Second half, you know, one of the things we talked about at halftime was winning the second half. We didn't do that, so. You know, we've got some things we got to get better at. 13 assists and 15 turnovers isn't the number we're looking for, but we hit our defensive numbers, didn't hit our offensive numbers. Still a work in progress with the Buffs.
For that game on Saturday, watching the first 4 minutes today, what was going through your head?
Well, just, you know, our guys are trying too hard, and they're you know, the turnovers they're making, they're trying to do the right thing. We're trying to feed the post. We're trying to, you know, make extra passes. It's just, you know, we got to play the game and try to make the game simple, and sometimes, you know, we want to be in attack mode, but sometimes you got to move the defense a little bit before you're able to attack. So, but again, talked about being positive, thinking about the next play, not getting down on ourselves. I really tried not to get down on them, and they responded, you know, and we got that behind us and got a couple buckets and got going. XJ got us that N1 to kind of get the spark going.
What happened with your decision to sit Ski in the first half?
Well, both Ski and Wes are, you know, there's just some off-court stuff. Ski's was an academic-related issue, and Wes has got an issue with tardiness. So it was, you know, off-court disciplinary thing. Ski's was academic. Wes is tardiness.
Sean was leading the Mountain West in scoring coming into tonight. What was the game plan? Or was he
well, game plan was to make him work, and you know, really, we're wanted to be aware of him on flare screens. I thought Jerron started on him, and we wanted to put some size on him if we could. But Max John's a good player. We did a good job on him now. You know, and I thought we guarded the three-point line very well tonight, even though they had some open looks in the first half that they missed. But you know, we played shots even if we're late, and I thought our guys did a pretty good job of you know, holding them to 20%. This is a team that was shooting 50% from three coming in here, and the pace of the game really helped us too, because one of the things we wanted to do is get into their bench, and you know, they brought some youth off the bench. They start 4 seniors, and I thought our bench was a big difference in the game tonight.
You guys were looking to feed the ball in all night with a player like Josh underneath the basket. I mean, how important is it to get him going, and how important is he to
Yeah, he's very important. We have to get Josh Scott the ball. Again, I always say we got to get him touches. We don't necessarily he doesn't have to get shots, because he draws so much attention down there. I mean, he caught it one time in the second half. He had 3 guys on him, and you know, they fouled him. But, I mean, he draws a lot of attention down there. And so our guys know that Josh is a heck of a player. And but he's not the only one. You know, Wes Gordon is good down there. You know, we posted up XJ one time in the second half, and he got a bucket. So we've got multiple guys that can post, and Josh is one of them. But we have got to get him touches, there's no doubt. And Josh has really worked on his passing. I thought he was very unselfish tonight. And but, you know, when people game plan against Colorado, Josh Scott's a big focal point. And so that should make our perimeter guys feel pretty good, because it should free everybody else up.
Dom, 3 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Is that kind of the game you expected from him?
I mean, the guy just, you know, I've said this before, and even before he was playing, you know, he makes the game simple. He makes simple plays. You know, the 2 assists he got to Talton for 3s, just, you know, it's just an extra pass. It didn't stick. It just, he's got that feel that you can't coach, and it's nice to have a guy out there like that that's got 6 assists and no turnovers. He takes 2 shots, and he's fine with it. He's absolutely fine with it, and that's pretty special. It's pretty rare. So
he does those things that you like so much. How hard is it going to be to keep him off the floor?
He's going to be on the floor more and more. It's, you know, we're going to have some competition, and guys are going to have to play better to get minutes.
When he came in, I think he went on a 26-point in a row run. Do you attribute that partly to his play?
A lot, yeah. I mean, again, I thought he made some plays for us in transition. He's a guy, when the ball's in his hands as a coach, I always felt this way with Spencer. You know, when the ball's in his hands, you feel comfortable. You feel like, okay, he's going to make a good decision with it. He's not going to make a crazy play. And that's not to say he's going to be turnover free his whole career, but he's got a feel that you can't coach when it comes to passing the ball, especially.
Like your last two opponents, you mentioned Scott's going to be a big part of the game plan. They've really clamped down on him. What does he need to do to kind of, what do you guys need to do to kind of free him up a little bit?
Well, I think, Josh has to be a facilitator, and I think he understands that. And so when he does pass out of the double team, we've got to make him pay. It doesn't mean we have to shoot it right away, but, for example, he got double teamed one time, and we kicked it out, and Geron drove it, and made a play in the lane. And so it can come back to Josh, just like when we post it to him, it doesn't have to stick in his hands. It can come inside, back out, and go back in. And so we have to continue to work on that, and our guys need to understand that. And I think they do. I really do. I don't think our guys weren't looking for Josh. They were. But again, they were fronting the post, and they were getting a lot of help side. He was drawing a lot of attention, and that frees it up for everybody else. And, we shot the ball well. We shot 43% from three. A lot of that's attributed to Josh Scott. We got a lot of open looks because he's drawn so much attention down there.
When they were making that comeback, it kind of seemed like the only points you guys could put on board were free throws. And from your big guys in particular, Xavier, Dustin, Josh, 15 of 16 from the line, whatever they were combined. How nice is it to have the big guys who can hit those free throws? Yeah,
it's important, and because they're going to get fouled a lot. And again, that's the focal point is they're going to sag in and they're going to suck in, and we've got to be able to make free throws when we get to the free throw line, and we also got to be able to make threes. And again, 43%, 7 for 16 from three is a good number, and we didn't jack up a bunch of them. I think I like that mix of 48 shots from inside the arc, 16 from out, and we have a tendency sometimes to take some too many threes sometimes when we're struggling. So we talk about playing inside out. We want to play inside out. It doesn't always have to be off a post feed. It can be off dribble penetration. That's where we have to get better in terms of making decisions with the ball. And when they started pressing us in the second half, we wanted to attack that press. We got Josh a couple of buckets and fouls off of that. Now that was key to kind of extending the lead and putting them away.
XJ, another good game for him. I know he really played well on Saturday, but for the most part, he's been consistent, like you talked about after practice.
Yeah, I was proud of him for rebounding. I was really, really on him about rebounding. His numbers were, I think, if you take rebounds per minute going into tonight's game, and you multiply it by 40 to see how many rebounds they'd have if I played him for 40 minutes, he was ninth on our team in rebounding. So I challenged him, and the thing about X is when you challenge him, he usually responds. So we just need that consistently. Not that he's going to have 15 and 9 every night, but he needs to be averaging 6, 7, 8 rebounds a game. That's an area I want him to be selfish. I want Josh to be selfish. I want Wesley to be selfish. I want that thing to be like a piece of meat with a pack of wolves when it comes off the glass. We need to be rebounding the ball, and when we out rebound them by 14. And you hold them to 33% field goal percentage defense, the score takes care of itself. Thanks, guys.